Okay, so this next section of training really focuses on how to help you be a good small business owner, how to manage your home-based business, how to interact with your customers and follow up with them, and how to conduct unique workshops. So this is all kind of the business section of training. So first off, how to manage a home-based business. If you've never done it before, it can be very tricky to be self-motivating and create your own initiatives at home to really keep yourself on track. So the first thing I have down here is determine your plan of action. So I know Amy had mentioned this before with the Founders Club, but even if you don't go for Founders or an eco-advisor doesn't go for Founders, come December 31st and it's no longer offered, then at least creating a business plan still gives you an idea of where you want to take your business. It gives you a clear goal to work towards. So I've got down here 3 different points to look at. So first off, make new contacts each and every day, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Set aside time each week for eco workshops, so that's get out your own date book, and again, we'll get into that in a little bit. And then always be prepared to share the Only Green business opportunity, so make sure you understand it. We're going to get into the compensation plan in a little bit, the flip chart, the products, all of that, ensuring that you know what you're talking about so you can pass that information on to somebody else.
Okay. Now, where would I find good contacts?
That's a great question. So that's what we're going to get into right now. Making new contacts is something that everyone does every day, and you don't even realize that you're doing it, whether it's that you strike up a conversation with a woman at the gym or another mom at your son's school, whatever the case may be. You meet new people and you interact with new people every day. You might even strike up a conversation with somebody in the produce aisle, the grocery store. So it's just learning how to turn those contacts, those chance acquaintances, into what could ultimately be somebody who might host an eco workshop or be interested in a business opportunity or might just want to purchase a few products off you. So what I've done here is I've put together a chart, a rather large chart.
Right.
And as you can see, each section kind of breaks into different areas of your life. So first off, we have relatives, your holiday list, your friends, school and college, your neighbors, any professionals like doctors, dentists. So we've really kind of broken this into, spouses, colleagues, kind of all the different areas of your life, just to kind of jolt your memory as to who you might know. And beside that, we have whether or not they'd be a good eco workshop host, a possible eco advisor recruit. So if you know that your best friend might be very, very interested in this, then you check off that she'd be a good possible recruit, or both. Because some people might think, oh, maybe I'll host an eco workshop for you now, see what I think of it, and then I'll give the business opportunity some thought. So
now, would it be beneficial to approach larger businesses as well and corporations and see where that takes me as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the other documents that is available for download off your microsite is the Only Green Qualified brochure. That is a mini version of the catalog that just focuses on cleaning products, office products, and the biodegradable line.
Okay.
So that's something, and it's all of those products available by case quantities only and refill sizes.
Okay.
So that one is specifically meant just for taking around to commercial businesses. That's a great question. Okay, so eco workshops. So when attending an Only Green eco workshop, your customers have the chance to connect with friends and family. It's a great atmosphere for sharing. It's a great environment, and it's a great way for you to make more connections, both for customers, future eco workshop hosts, or possibly recruits. The more fun that they see that you're having, and again, we'll get into this somewhat with the conducting an eco workshop section, but the more fun that they're seeing you're having, the more they're going to want to do an eco workshop for you down the road in their own home. Okay, so because our focus is educating customers, an eco workshop also provides that personal setting versus buying online or at a grocery store. So if somebody asks, why direct selling, and I think we do get into this a little more later on, but by hosting the eco workshop, they actually learn, as you just did, the environmental concerns, why to use these products, so what's wrong with the current products on the market. So you're not just walking in and hopefully trusting the packaging and kind of figuring it out in a big mess of, shelf full of products. You actually have somebody like yourself sitting down in front of you and explaining why they should be buying those products. Okay, recruiting is the next big thing that you'll want to look at. So one of the best aspects of running your Only Green business is the feeling of achievement you get from sharing this opportunity with other people in your life. We find that with Only Green, as opposed to other direct selling companies, people really feel empowered with this because they feel like they're making a difference. So you're not just pushing whatever products and things that people maybe necessarily don't need. You're pushing products that are going to help people live a healthier lifestyle and have less of an impact on the environment. So we find that a lot of our eco advisors feel really good about what they're doing every day. And that's important to us because we feel good about, being part of this business. Okay, the importance of goals. So this is where we get into a little more detail about goal setting for yourself. Setting a goal and writing it down and putting it in front of you really just gives you that guidance of, this is what I want to do. So opposed to just saying, I'm going to run my green business and it's going to be great, you're going to actually, kind of lay out for yourself on whatever works for you, your financial goals, your, personal goals for having more time off with your son, possibly, whatever the case may be. But you define your goals as to what you're going to achieve, whether it's that you want to hit silver by a certain time or reach founder status or get to director within your first year, whatever the case may be. You set your goals and you actively work towards them. So goals defined and outlined. We put in place the old adage of SMART. So goals should be specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound. So this is a very common way to set your goals and to make sure that they fit into all those criteria. So by all means, if you create bigger, lofty goals that you think you may not achieve, it's fun to write them down. But for your actual goals, try to be very realistic and give yourself enough time. And then you'll feel better about it when you actually reach that. And break everything down into smaller goals as well. You don't have to just write one big goal for how you want your business to go. It can be small things like, over the month of October, I want to host 4 eco workshops, as opposed to saying I want to have this much in sales by the end of the year. So you can break it down a little easier as well to more smaller, attainable goals, which will help you feel motivated as well within your business. So there's 3 steps to setting your goals. So first off, identify your personal goals. You can identify them as tangible and intangible. So the example I have in here is tangible goals might be educating 5 new customers on eco issues or earning extra income. So that's your tangible goal. You can actually see the results of that and you can see that happening. An intangible goal might be to clean up the environment and be your own boss. So those are more, they're not hard things that you can feel or touch or experience in a defined manner, but overall it's a feeling that you have. So those are your intangible goals. Second is establish your income goals. So this is where you actually start to put pen to paper about money. How much do you want to earn? How much do you want to bring in sales? And so on and so forth. And then from that, how many eco workshops are you planning to conduct each week to get you there? Or how many new recruits do you need to get you there? Third is plan it on your calendar. So make sure you carry around a date book with you everywhere you go, literally everywhere you go. Because if you do strike up that conversation in the produce aisle, and somebody says, oh, wow, okay, you do that? Yeah, well, I'd love to host a workshop for you. Great, you pull out your calendar, you look at it, and you say, well, this is what I've got available, what works for you? So have that with you all the time so you can really organize your business on the go. It's very much a person-to-person business, so it can happen anywhere. Okay? So getting started, first off, you want to organize your office. And this is another big thing for people. Stepping away from a traditional office setting that you might be used to and actually having to conduct your own business at home, you don't have a boss there yelling at you. You don't have coworkers, reminding you of tasks. You don't have emails coming in from all the different departments putting in requests. You have to manage yourself. So the biggest thing is setting up your office and being organized to help you stay on track. You have to be your own boss.